Good evening. I'm Natalie Korach, chair of the Jewish Federation's High School Division campaign. I was 14 years old when my family decided to move to Paris for the year. The State Department issued no travel warnings, declaring France unsafe. But as the plane was taking off for my family's year abroad, I sat in my seat puzzled. Why was my mother instructing me to remove my Star of David necklace before landing? Why did she want me to hide my religious identity from my peers at the American School of Paris? Why should I be afraid? The year I lived in Paris, anti-Semitic hate crimes more than doubled. Our lives were shaken when shoppers were taken hostage at the Hyper Kasher's kosher supermarket as innocent people did their grocery shopping in preparation for Shabbat. 4 were murdered, simply for being Jewish. Although I lived several kilometers from the attack, I felt the repercussions from the terror. Armed militants began patrolling the gates at my school. Each morning as our bus entered campus, military personnel checked each bus with bomb-sniffing dogs. Guards, armed for war, stood outside my temple as I attended services for the high holidays. The French government was protecting my family and other Jews from anti-Semitic attacks. However, the feeling was quite unsettling, knowing that these attacks were on my people, my beliefs, and my values. It was deeply violating. Just days after the attack, Jews from across North America came to Paris on a solidarity mission led by our partner Jewish Federations in North America. With support from Jews living at home in Cleveland and across the country, I felt their concern and a strong sense of Jewish community. As the French always do, we took to the streets. My mother and I attended a major rally in demonstration that these attacks on our people were unacceptable. An estimated 3.7 million people marched to support freedom from intolerance. There is strength in numbers. Je suis juif. I am Jewish. We are all Jewish. Today, anti-Semitism has spread much further than France. Enemies of Jews continue to find new avenues to express hatred. And after all that I experienced in Paris, you might think that I would be afraid. Afraid to reveal my Jewish identity. Afraid to support Israel. Afraid to speak out against anti-Semitism. But I'm not afraid. I'm empowered. I'm inspired to speak out for what's right. If we don't stand up for our people, who will? That's why I give to the Campaign for Jewish Needs. Because I know how it felt to have the support of my Cleveland community when my family and I were living in a country that was under an anti-Semitic attack. After we returned to Cleveland, I knew how important it was to get involved in Federation programs like Saltzman Youth Panel and the high school campaign. Even as a teen, I can have an impact by teaching other students about the importance of ensuring a safe and secure Jewish future for all of us. You are never too young to make a difference. And when I go off to college next year, I will continue to be an advocate for Jews living in Cleveland, Israel, France, and 70 countries around the world. Kol Yisrael Arvim Ze Bazeh. Tous les Juifs sont responsables les uns des autres. All Jews are responsible for one another.